Here's a cute little craft that you could make if your child has like a Valentine's Day party coming up at the school. And if you're like me, you prefer that your child didn't have a whole bunch of sweets. So you have other options. You can make these little love bugs, or get like pencils and erasers and things like that. I thought these were adorable and had to give them a try. I saw someone on YouTube that made them, and that's where I got the idea from. It's not my own original idea. But look, aren't they adorable? Yeah, so all you're going to need is a ball of yarn, pardon me. You'll need some pipe cleaners. I have these left over from Christmas. So those are the ones I'll be using. You either need like that craft foam, you know, the really thin sheets of it, or do like I did and get some of this Valentine Day table scatter. I got this at Dollar Tree for $1, and there's several of them in there. So as you can see, that's what I used on its little underneath so that it stands upright. Then you either need a glue gun or glue dots. I don't know how well the dots work because I just use hot glue. And you'll need some little pom-poms, some little googly eyes. I don't know their official name, that's what I've always called them. And you need a pair of scissors. I found these at Dollar Tree the other day. They're little jewels and gems. They had them in the hearts, they had them in butterflies, and they're in the crafting section. So these are super duper easy. All you're going to do is make like a small pom-pom out of whatever yarn you want to use, whatever color. So just pick whatever color you want and go from there. I'm going to do pink and off-white because those are the ones that I have handy. And then all you'll need to do, let me find my end here. There it is. Is it? Yeah, that's my end. So all you'll need to do is take your yarn, like I said, I'm using 2 different ones here, and then just wrap it loosely around your hand several times, depending on how big or how small you want to make these. If you want one that's bigger like this guy, then you'll need to wrap it several times. If you want a smaller one, then you don't need to wrap it as many times. But you're going to wrap it loosely. So, let me stretch it out again. And you don't have to do multiple colors. You can do just one color. Alright. So once you've wrapped it several times and you have a pretty good start there, then you just cut them off. Wrap it just a few more times because I like the bigger one. Then you simply cut them off. Hey, cut. These scissors are awful. And you're going to be left with this wrapped around your hand. Then all you simply need to do is slip your fingers out and get a piece of the yarn that you're using. I'm going to use the pink. Come on, awful. And you're going to tie it around all of that yarn you just wrapped. Let's see, like that. And you'll want it to be kind of tight. You're going to make a knot, because if you don't do it very tight, then the pieces will come out. Alright, then I have this little guy. Let me grab another pair of scissors. It works a little bit better than those. Then you're simply going to take your scissors and go in on each end and cut through the yarn. Don't worry if it's not all completely even. It doesn't have to. It gives your little love bug a little bit more personality if it's not all the way even. Let's see. Alright. So then you have something that looks similar to this. And then all I did was shake it. And pick which side you want to put the eyes on and make the bottom. I think, get those guys out of the way. I think I'm going to make that my front. So I need one of my little pieces of table scatter. This time I think I'm going to use the red. Then you simply put a little bit of hot glue on it and stick it to the bottom. Once you get just some glue on there, you just stick it to the bottom. Kind of like that. I've got this big chunk of glue on my finger. I still have some underneath my thumbnail. That's okay. Alright, so we've established the bottom. Let's figure out where we're going to put the face. I think like that. So we'll need to get out two little eyeballs. And a little pom-pom. I think I'm going to put his nose on first. You just apply a little bit of glue and stick it wherever you want it. Let's see. Let's go right there. Yeah. Now a couple eyeballs. Oh, and Dollar Tree now has the packages of the googly eyes. They also have pom-poms and pipe cleaners. The only thing I could not find at the Dollar Tree that is closest to me is yarn. All the rest of it I was able to find at my Dollar Tree. Provided that you already have a hot glue gun and hot glue. That I didn't see at my Dollar Tree either. Let's see. And you might want to be mindful with the little googly eyes. Sometimes they're the same size in diameter, but the pupil part may not be the same size. I've run across that a few times. Let's see. Let's use those two. Get these guys out of the way. And then you just simply put a little glue on the back of the googly eye and stick it in place. These could not be easier. Now, this is something I would not do with a small child because the hot glue will burn. Come on. Get in there. Oops. Got it stuck to everything except the yarn. Let's see. Put him right there. Off. So, uh-oh, come on. Come on. And don't worry if they're not perfectly even either. They're just little love bugs. Let's see. I'm going to stick this one down some more. Like that. Okay, now we have to make his antennas. Pick whatever color you want. I'm going to use red. I think I'll just cut this one in half. Yeah. And then you need 2 of the smaller pieces of the table scatter, or you could even use pom-poms to make his little antennas. I like the heart idea best. So let's do red. And then you're just going to apply a little bit of hot glue to your pipe cleaner and stick it to the heart. This really could not be easier, I'm telling you. Let that dry for a little bit. Uh-oh, my glue's getting away from me. Okay. And then you put a little bit of glue on the other end of the pipe cleaner and stick it wherever you want it, in between the yarn. Let's see. Let's go with right there. Other one, let's come back. This guy right there. If you want to trim up these longer pieces, you can. I prefer them. I think they're adorable. But once your little pipe cleaners dry in place, you can bend them, make them go whatever direction you want, you know. Let's see. Oops, hang on a minute. Now tell me, is that not just adorable? Anyway, you can give these a try. If you want to do these with kids, they could do the yarn wrapping to make the pom-pom, but you got to remember their hands are a little bit smaller than yours, so they'd have to do theirs a lot looser. I don't know if the glue dots would work on this. I don't see why they wouldn't, so you could give those a try. If you use those, then you could do this whole craft with kids. But I wouldn't use the hot glue gun with small children. Anyway, I hope you guys like this. I think it's adorable. You could make them for all of the little classmates at your child's school for their Valentine party. And I'll look at the person that I saw this from, and I'll put their name in the description below. I can't remember. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day and a glorious tomorrow. And make yourself some love bugs, because they're cute.